The new Hourglass Ambient Edit Quads. These gorgeous new palettes are Hourglass's new 2025 release, but the thing is, every single shade is a repeat from previous collections. Today I'm reviewing the Dawn Golden Hour and Sunset palettes. If you've been collecting Hourglass palettes for years like me, you know they love reusing shades. That's why I created the Hourglass Duplicate Detector. It's a web app that shows you exactly which new shades you already own based on your collection. I'll be trying each of these palettes on camera for the first time with you today. And we'll look at the after shots side by side to see just how different each palette looks applied. So let's do it. Let's take a quick look at all three palettes I'm reviewing today. For context, 5 palettes were released. Based on what I'm seeing here, they're going from light to deep. The ones I'm missing, let me put the placeholders here, are Dusk and Sunrise. So I purchased these 3, but not Dusk and Sunrise because they were already sold out. Mind you that I purchased them the same day they were released. These 2 palettes were sold out in a matter of hours. 2 days after launch, Hourglass restocked them all and I was able to get my hands on Dusk, but Sunrise was already sold out again. So Dusk is on its way to me. Each one is $78, fragrance-free, 12-month shelf life, made in Italy. Oh, and they're only available on the Hourglass website. So it looks like these are not gonna be coming to Sephora. For those who might be new to Hourglass, they are known for their beautiful powder formulas and they release limited edition palettes every year, and these releases create a lot of excitement. Collectors often notice significant shade repetition across releases. Before we demo each palette on my face, let's just talk about what makes my review different today. Okay, so this is the website, the web app that I built, and it's called Hourglass Duplicate Detector. Let me show you quickly how it works. You go to analyze your collection, and now we're here at the palette selection page. From this gallery, you're gonna select which palettes you already own. Then you hit the analyze button, and it's going to analyze the new 2025 quads, and it'll tell you which shades are duplicates. For example, let's say that you already have Leopard, you have Evil Eye, and you have Dragon. Okay, now we hit Analyze Now. And here in this section, this is the best matches for your collection. So any one of those 5 new edit palettes that have 0 duplication against your collection will appear here in this big image carousel, which is way too big. I need to make smaller, but whatever. Now you hit on See All Palettes Analysis. Let's scroll down and it tells me these 3, Dawn, Golden Hour, and Sunrise, have 50% duplication. So you already have half of the shades that come in these 3 palettes. What's really cool is that you can see exactly which shades are duplicates. For example, if I go here to the Show Details button, it tells me that these 3 shades with a green background are unique, and it tells me here with the red background the duplicate shade, which is Oasis Glow, and it tells me that it appears in Evil Eye. Okay, now let's take a look at Dawn. Supposedly we already own 2 of the shades that come in it, and they're right here, Dim Light and Mood Exposure. I have both of these shades in my Leopard palette. So I'll be referencing this tool throughout the video, and you can access it from the link in the description box below. It's free to use. Okay, let's get into the swatches and demos. Let's start with the Dawn palette. So here we have all 4 shades. Now let's swatch them on the arm. Let me make some thicker swatches. This is a finishing powder right here. So this one you can hardly see against my skin tone, but I have a feeling that Dusk is going to work fine for me. Okay, I think this is much better. So we have the finishing powder, blush, highlighter, and bronzer. All right, let's do the bronzer first. I'm seeing that the bronzer is showing up on me. It's taking about 3 layers. This is about the 3rd layer, but I like it. I think it's a very natural looking shade on me. Let's warm up the nose a little bit. Wow, I really wasn't expecting this bronzer to show up on me, but it did. I was using an Ulta 114 brush, 113, and I have that same brush. I think I have like 3 of these precisely for when I do demos such as these that I'm using the same brushes. Here goes the blush, Mood Exposure. This is a soft plum color. I love this blush. It is so soft and perfect for everyday wear. Let's go with the highlighter now. This one has a hint of peach, not peach, of pink. You can see it right there. I'm really liking this curation of colors. Let's go in now with the finishing powder all over the face. I wonder if this is going to be too light for me. It's a little light, but I can get away with it. But I don't know how it's gonna look over the bronzer, but let's just put it on as it's intended to be used, right? As a finishing powder all over the face. I am also gonna use it to kill some shine here. Okay. All right, so this is Dusk, the lightest of them all, and it works really well on me. I'm liking all of these shades, very natural, subtle, but even the finishing powder works on me. The next palette is Golden Hour. I heard that all of the shades that come in this palette are inside the Elephant palette, so we're gonna confirm that here in the website. I'm gonna go to Analyze Your Collection, and I'm gonna tell it that I own the Elephant palette. Click Analyze. As I scroll down, I see that Golden Hour, yes, we have 100% duplication. Drill into the details here with that Show Details button, and we see that, yes, all 4 shades come in the Elephant palette. Just a super quick way to check for duplicates. And here are the 4 shades on my fingers: finishing powder, highlighter, blush, and bronzer. The finishing powder swatch is right here. All right, let's go in with the bronzer. Honestly, I don't get a lot of use out of this bronzer because I find it too warm. If you like bronzers that lean warm, you are gonna like this one, or if you have a warm undertone, this is gonna be very flattering. It's not tremendously orange, but I do prefer to wear some more neutral bronzers. Like for example, the YSL, the 02 Dune, or even the Dior in 04 Warm. Both of those are more neutral than this color. These are the ones that I'm referring to, by the way. But if I didn't have any other powder bronzers and I only had the Elephant palette, this palette we've established, they have the same shades, I would use the bronzer. You know, I think it looks good. For the blush, we have Iridescent Coral. Oh, yeah, these shades are more pigmented than Dawn. Dawn, it was called. Dawn was a lot softer. I kind of overdid the blush, so I'm gonna take the brush that I'm using to apply finishing powder without any additional product. I'm just gonna use it to kind of buff out the blush. All right, beautiful. By the way, if this thing that I have, a little hemorrhage on my eye, it's not painful. It just looks alarming, but it's not. It's a genetic thing. I get it a few times a year. I think it's just like regular stress. You know how it shows up in people in different ways. Some people get headaches, some people get hives. Well, I get little eyeball bleeding. Now onto the highlighter. This one has the word strobe in the name. It's a little bit more intense than other Hourglass highlighters. This is more of a bronzy highlight. Yes, the highlight is more potent, but I would say it's still very wearable. I do like it a lot. Now I'm gonna go with the finishing powder all over the face. The thing with these pans is that you need the right brush, one that is not going to reach into the other pans to Hourglass sells a brush that has a brush head that is smaller than this one so that it can easily fit into the pan, but I don't have it. I'm actually gonna use the other side of this brush. This brush is from Tarte. It came with a face palette. I don't know if they sell it separately. This color face powder does suit me better than the previous one, but I can do with either one. Actually, yeah, now I'm seeing the strobe power of the highlighter. It is more intense than the one that we tried on before from Dawn. And finally, let's take a look at the Sunset palette. This one is marketed for deeper skin tones. Here are all the shades, finishing powder, highlighter, and the 2 blushes. I really doubt this is gonna work on me, but we are going to test it anyway. I picked an airy brush. It's a Sigma F10 brush. Okay, so far, yes, I am going in with very little powder. I personally don't like to have to be so careful when I apply my bronzer. I'm tapping it off every single time before I touch the forehead. I'm sorry, did I say that this was a bronzer? This is a finishing powder that I'm using as a bronzer. That's why it's usable on my skin tone, because it's supposed to be a finishing powder for deep complexions. Can I use it as a bronzer? Short answer is yes. So we have 2 blushes. I'll put one on each cheek. This is the shimmering coral one. Tapping it off again. And this is a BK Beauty 112 brush. I do like this color a lot. I don't see any sparkle. Now let's try Sunset Glow. This is the terracotta blush. I'm still gonna tap it off. Oh yeah, you have to be super careful with it. I went into the pan one time. That's all I needed. Now let's try the warm gold highlighter with, ooh, that's a lot, with a Sigma F37, tapping it off. Get some more, tap it off. Oh yeah, I see it. I'm gonna take the brush that I used for the bronzer and just give it a buff so that that highlighter kind of meshes a little bit more seamlessly with the rest of the makeup. Before I give you my final recommendations, let's talk about something very exciting that Hourglass has finally released after years of customer requests. The option to build your own custom palette. We go here to custom palettes, and now we can see here the option to build your own quad. For example, let's say that you want to include this powder, which is dim light. You just, oh, I thought you just clicked on it. Hold on. Oh, add to palette. And then it adds it. Okay. Now let's go with, let's say, this blush, which is a brick red. Oh, okay. I see the add to palette button right here. Okay. Sweet. Add to palette. Let's say I want this highlighter. Add to palette. And there we go. Our very own custom palette. It's still priced at $78. It's not more expensive than the pre-curated palettes. The only bummer is that I think this is only available in the US. But how cool that Hourglass now lets us do this. I imagine the logistics are more complicated. Maybe they just rolled it out in the US to begin with. They might have plans to roll it out to other markets after they do this trial run. Honestly, that's what I would do, just to test things out, make sure the manufacturing and the distribution, that everything is set up correctly. Try it out with one market first and then expand to the others. I think that makes a lot of sense, and it's a step in the right direction. To recap my first impressions of all the palettes we tried today, my personal favorite was Dawn, the lightest one. I really liked how soft and how natural all the colors were. I think that this is for sure the one that I'm gonna get the most use out of, since this is a type of makeup that I like to wear on a daily basis. I like it to look soft and natural, but it wasn't a perfect fit for me though. The finishing powder was on the lighter side. The bronzer, I had to build it up at least like 5 times, and the blush as well. This makes me really excited to try Dusk, which is the next one up, even though that's gonna be all blushes, but still, I can't wait to try that one. I don't have it yet. Now, Golden Hour. This one is for you if you're a light medium like me. The finishing powder was a perfect match. Now, as far as the bronzer, you gotta want a warm bronzer. Emphasis on warm, and also a vibrant pink blush, which I know a lot of people like that blushy look. The highlighter has the word strobe in the name, which means that it's more intense than, for example, the one in Dawn, the lightest palette. But it's not too intense that you would only wear it to the club, let's say. No, I would still wear it every day whenever I want my highlight to be more noticeable. The Sunset palette, the deepest of all the palette options. Gorgeous shades, but way too pigmented for me, as expected. I plan to return this one. I'm not gonna get any use out of it. So are these new Hourglass palettes worth it? Well, the quality is consistently excellent, as we expect from Hourglass, but really the value varies based on what you already own. So it depends entirely on your existing collection. Remember, if you want to check your own collection for duplicates, you can access the Hourglass duplicate detector that I built. The link is in the description. I am adding more and more previous releases almost on a daily basis. If you want a particular palette to be included, submit a request via the form on the website. If you're a subscriber to the channel, I will prioritize your request. That's why the form asks if you're subscribed. Right now, the website is focused exclusively on helping you compare your collection against this May 2025 release, but I plan to reconfigure it so that we can use it for future releases as well. My goal is to make this website the most comprehensive Hourglass shade resource that we can all use to shop smarter. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, thank you so much for watching.